do that. I mean, what are you interested in? What things make your imagination go? Well, I like science. For instance, how did the Batmobile get away from the police? It didn't get away from the police. Since you shared with me something, I'll share with you something. I have a satellite that's in orbit right now. Took quite a bit of money to get posted out there, and it does amazing things. I can do things and spirit different cars. I have different cars hidden throughout the city. And when I'm in trouble, those cars can help me get away. And I wasn't completely in trouble, but as you know, dealing with a Gotham rush hour traffic, well, it's not fun. It was at this point that the words and dulcet tones of one Harvey Bullock could be heard echoing throughout even the Batcave. Bruce Wayne, we know you are the Batman, and you must come out. Batman looked at Paul. Paul, you got me. You know who I am now. And I'm going to go upstairs. And you have a very important decision to make, even at 13. And this decision could impact the rest of your life. What decision is that? That decision is whether you are going to be a man or be a child. But it's completely your decision. Because I can offer you a world beyond your wildest dreams. And I can offer you a world where, frankly, you can compliment me. We can be a team. I think you're just the type of person that I want on my team. But that remains to be seen. Let's see how this thing works. And with that, the boy and the man went upstairs. Harvey Bullock was a hard-nosed police lieutenant. His partner, Jim Gordon, was a little bit reluctant to support Harvey going out here for this. He was actually caught on the other side of town, and he was investigating something else at the time. But Harvey felt that this was his big chance. He felt that he had broken the case of the Batman. It was pretty clear, wasn't it? The boy was, by all accounts, in the middle of traffic. Suddenly, the Batman shows up. A phone call comes from the boy's cell phone. This was as slam dunk as it got, and it was traced completely to Bruce Wayne's residence. This was going to be sweet. He didn't know if Bruce Wayne had done it or was Batman or not for sure, but he knew Bruce Wayne probably knew who Batman was. Bruce Wayne had been seen for a while. Keep in mind that Bruce Wayne is a playboy, well known around town. He certainly looked like he was physical enough, and the tools that Batman often has, well, Bruce Wayne is a billionaire who certainly could fit it. They couldn't put this together until then because Bruce Wayne was a party animal. He was more known to be in TMZ or something like that than, or trying to build a spaceship to Mars or something than anything else. So it made absolutely no sense. But if you thought long and hard about it, Bruce Wayne could be Batman. At least this is what Harvey Bullock reasoned until he knocked on the door and saw a Bruce Wayne in a wheelchair. Mr. Wayne, I apologize. We've traced a phone call here. It seems to have gone offline, but we've traced it here. This boy that you're with, at this, Paul was standing right next to him. The flummoxed Bullock had his steam completely taken out by a wheelchaired Bruce Wayne. I mean, it doesn't take much, right, to hide out in a wheelchair. But what Bullock nor Paul knew was that Bruce Wayne had been in a massive fight with Bane, and he needed the help of modern technology just to get up and out of his chair. He was badly hurt. This was not a play. This was nothing phony. This was entirely Bruce Wayne in pain in his chair with no medical device on to ease his pain. Mr. Wayne, look, can we just have a look around the residence? Oh, listen, officer, if there's anything I can do to help the law, by all means. And who's this boy? Weren't you at some demonstration where the Batman was seen? Paul was fingered. He knew that he was caught, and the finger was pointing at him in an accusatory way. What's your name, kid? Dick Grayson. Paul had, out of the corner of his eye, looked over and had seen a suitcase. And it was not a luxurious suitcase or even a widely known suitcase. It was a name he had never heard before. I'm Dick Grayson. Yes, this is Mr. Grayson, Bruce said. Yeah, he's going to be staying with me for a little while. Well, we'll go ahead and look around. Bullock looked around embarrassed. He was thinking about how he was going to apologize for wasting everyone's time and accusing a billionaire. Mr. Wayne, are you still coming to the policeman's ball this year? I mean, I know in your current state it probably won't be as fun as past years, but yes, of course I'm still coming. Mr. Bullock, thank you. It's good to see you again, and please give my best to Commissioner Gordon. I will, sir. Now, I should say, just as a brief typo, it's not Commissioner at this point. It's still Lieutenant Gordon. Bullock turned and left. He got in the car and left. He got in the car with some urgency, and suddenly the lights went on because Batman had been spotted in downtown Gotham. You have questions, Paul? I thought you were Batman. I am Batman. I need this medical contraption in order to move, and when I don't have it on, I'm basically a paraplegic. Really? I don't understand. I mean, this is a medical marvel. Well, I'm getting better, but I've found that being wheelchair bound actually helps a lot more, because one thing I can tell you about Gotham and perhaps human nature is it underestimates what people are capable of doing. Because they haven't seen it, they don't know it. People in wheelchairs, even if I couldn't get out, I would still be Batman. I would find a way to still be Batman, even from a chair. But I need to ask you. You proved yourself there. You could have turned me in. You could have shown them the Batcave. If they see that Batcave, well, they know, and it's all over. You could have done that. So you proved to me. Now the question is, are you Paul or are you Dick Grayson? Because let me tell you something. Your anger, your parents' anger about wealth inequality, you don't seem to me like a Paul. You do seem like a Dick Grayson. You seem like a Robin Hood out there. When I saw you out there standing up to all the inequalities and the unfairness, you were taking power from the powerful and bringing it back. I just want to say that you are so special. But you have that choice. What do you want to do? I don't know yet. It's very difficult for me. But Mr. Wayne, I think I'm starting to see your point of view. And with that, we are going to go ahead and end the show here and now. I want to begin by thanking you for listening. This is going to be up on iTunes. This is just a first podcast. There's bumps and bruises along, but I wanted to keep it very much in a live feel. So I want to encourage you to please leave a good review. If you have questions or show ideas, please reach out to me, and we'll try to take a gander. My daughter actually came up with a show idea that I'm going to be working on shortly, which is the next 2 podcasts. One of them is going to be about the origins of Santa Claus. I have a Santa Claus origin story for you. And the next one is going to be on, or one of them coming up is going to be on the parents from Elsa. We're going to take a stab and figure out their story under the assumption, even though it's canon, under the assumption that they did not die in that wreck. So, on behalf of the Caverns of Story podcast, thank you, and look forward to you next time.